So I did do the count pretty quick because I was worried about that cloud there. So it was a very ready, set, up kind of thing. Oh, felt a lot more ready, set, go than it looked. Cool, so a bit of pushing on the exit, really trying to fly the body rather than holding the arms and the tension. So you could see the shoulders when I was saying drop the shoulders or relax them a lot more when we're flying. Can't really see it on here, but you can feel the tension a lot more when we're in. Good work, just remember on that level, and the rush there. So you can see the tension in the arms, so that's what's not freeing the shoulders up. So just by relaxing them and freeing them up, it's going to be a lot easier to fly. And you just find your flow with the legs, but you're nice and stable, so not wobbling around, good discipline, not rushing. Like they're the more important things to have than actually the next, like the previous.
The last thing I want to do is smack into you guys.
Yep. We're doing it. So here you can see tension already built up from you, Brendan.
Yeah.
So just relax and just look at me in the eyes, and just looking around. The awareness and looking around is what makes the body just naturally relax. And you'll see that point in there. You can see the point where you started relaxing now.
Yeah.
And you can see you're still a bit more on your kind of relaxed semi here, Bennett, and then you start feeling wobbles, and then the tension comes.
Yeah, once it starts going.
Yeah. You can see how the arm, the shoulders there, kind of looking through into the abyss, rather than looking at each other.
Yeah.
Good recovery, but that recovery would have been stopped slightly because you'll see you kind of used Brendan to pull and stop, and you can see that tension that comes there. Yeah. So rather than like allowing the pull to stop you and the tension of the arms, because that becomes an anchor point, you'll see how you anchor around. Oh, let's see if I can do this. You anchor around this part here, and that's where the body hinges, and it hinges around in a sec. Around that.
As soon as that arm goes straight,
So rather than thinking about catching the tension from this, thinking about steering the torso down, so you're actually steering the shoulders here under the legs, rather than the legs over. So so if that was the case, you'd come here, and now what you do is you'd think speed up and that direction. And that way the legs will stop in this kind of orientation rather than going past. But as you go past, you catch, you return to neutral. You can see the little wobbles coming out there still, just because of feeling the wind on the back of the leg. So it's just that small wobble you can see from there. So I'll get back to you in a sec, Brendan.
That's all right.
So we can see how the arms are down a lot more now. I don't know if you felt we're going pretty quick. So that's why Brendan was probably trying to come in like, well, it's a bit quicker than normal. So really try to fly the legs a bit wider and even the arms up. So thinking about the pressure of the arms this direction rather than back or something like that. So you're feeling...
I feel it more on the outside of my arms. Rather than
so more on the arms like you are now, but when we're holding the two-way. So it's that same kind of pressure. Doesn't need as much, but just a little, and you'll find getting used to having the leg with the knee coming forward in Daffy rather than kind of here, because like you'll see, where is it? So you can see how you've gone Daffy now, and this seems to be the habit of the position rather than having the knee a bit more upright. It doesn't have to be fully up, but just a little, because if you push the leg out because the wind's hitting the shin here, automatically all the tension forms in the hip. Because you're trying to push from the extremity rather than go through the gears, gear 1, 2, 3, and then that's the last point of pressure. Whereas you can see if it's out like that, it's going to feel a lot more pressure. And then doing it's another thing. So the thing when you're asking yourself, how's my leg, because you want to think about the three things you have to think about in the sky to fix something. So one might be like, how's my chest, how's my head, good, how are my arms, good, I'm feeling pressure, how's my legs. And when you're saying how's your legs, it's not how's my legs forward, it's like you might be more specific. So you know this one needs to be how's my knee, knees up now, how's my head, how's my arms, how's my knee. Cool, that fixes. Then the next one might be now how's the bottom part of my leg, because you might do this. Exactly. So just change it up and think, like, run that mantra in your head and stuff. That's going to be a big one, is how's the arms when we're gripped,
Yeah.
and how's the legs when you're unlinked.
Yeah.
And even if you just go off and do this same kind of thing here, you'll see as well what I was saying is move the head forward, so you can see how the chin's back like that. If you pull the chin back, the torso is going to go back. So just put your head forward, body's going to go forward.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to hold the position, automatically you're going to be going back a little bit.
Yeah.
That's why you want to put that head forward to come forward.
Yeah.
So you can see it kind of stays locked in that. So it's now just getting comfortable. If you do it and you're weighing out a bit, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
That's why we're here. We're here to find that range. Alright. Brendan. Whoops, shit. What the fuck's going on? Yeah, so you're just kind of still wide with the legs there. So you can see how the legs are wideish here. You narrow them and just hold that. So you released them already and you're still off level.
Yeah.
So just hold the legs and let the legs accelerate the torso down. So you'll be able to keep your arms in this shape, in this orientation. That's good.
Yeah.
Leave the legs, and that way when you open, see how the arms come wide.
Yeah.
The arms being wide, then your legs being there. That's what's setting you off level.
Okay.
Because you widen the arms too much and the legs too much. So just do exactly what you're doing. Just be more patient.
Yeah.
And when you widen it, you'll find your arms won't go out directly to the side or slightly up. They'll come more to the front. Because then you speed back down on level now. So it's like the position you already know how to go into. It's just speeding up into that position rather than opening up into that position.
Yep, that makes sense.
Brace. Okay, I'm just going to go back, and this thing's been a fucking prick to use today. Alright, so there was pushing there. I just let you push around in the end, Bennett, just because I wanted to show you how much you were moving us, and then I stopped and then you felt the tension.
Yeah.
So you can see here, as soon as I let go there, because the camera is now locked on still, and this is the motion you were having last time. As soon as I let go, you start drifting off that way.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the motion you're putting in when we were holding as well, was that pushing motion. And I think,
Yeah, not pulling back.
yeah, because it'd be because of the head.
Yeah.
You're trying to hold that head down too much.
Yeah.
And then I think slightly, Brandon, you started moving ever so slightly to the right a little. I'm not
You
sure.
told me to relax, and I think it was
Yes, yeah, you start to move that way a bit again. I think that could be from the back leg. And you might be searching for, we can't see it at the moment, but normally what happens, a lot of people try to search for that reminder of pressure or their legs there. So ask yourself the question, do you feel the wind on the sole of your shoe when you're head down, or do you feel it on the back of your leg, like your back of your calf? So if you're feeling it sole of your shoe, that's what's pushing it around.
Yeah.
If you're feeling it on the back of your calf, then it's fine. Most likely what's happening is every now and then you'd be pushing on the sole, and that just as a reminder of like, is my leg back? Is my leg back? It is, but that's what's moving you, I reckon. We'll see what happens when... Okay, how are you when you come around? Yeah, see there, ever so slightly it is. So you can see that movement?
Yeah.
Just in here.
Yeah.
And then that's good. And then you'll go back again there.
Yeah.
And you can see as soon as it goes back there, the body kind of wobbles a little.
Yeah.
So it's not a problem, it's just what
Be
is it
aware
doing?
and try and address
Yeah,
it, yeah.
what is it doing? And you can also steer the body, if we're moving over this way, you can tilt your head. So your head would be essentially in this shape here. You can tilt it that way, and because this is the leading edge, this is also going to push your body in this direction as well.
Yeah, right.
So you can kind of move from that, and then tilt, and then the shoulders would raise a little, everything, and it's going to twist you back in this direction.
Yeah.
So when you've got the grips, you can do that too. Because otherwise you can get easy to get stuck if you're just orientating on just the head movement rather than the head sideways. Sweet, good track off. So just more of a 180, Bennett.
Yeah.
Let's see how Brennan does his. He's
Yeah,
a very good 180.
About halfway through my.
Yeah, the rotation.
Yeah.
So just take your time. There's no rush. Brennan, for yours, I'd say if I'm going to be picky, see how... Yeah, you've gone there now. So essentially where you want to be looking still is over here on the horizon. So you're just tracking for the horizon. So let's see. kind of going like that there first, and then 180. Let's see what I actually fucking do. Yeah, it's just that initial one a bit forward. Sweet. So Bennett's is shoulders,
Yeah. Relax.
free the neck up.
Yeah.
Feeling that front knee, questioning what that's doing.
Yeah.
Brendan's is accelerate on the exit, and don't open up speed. What was the term I used?
Be more patient.
No, there was a specific fucking terminology I used. Speed up to the position rather than opening up to the position.
Yeah, okay, yeah, speed up to the
And questioning what does that back leg do. See how we go when we get to the head up.